Ukrainian ambassador to South Africa, Dr. Alexandra Sheba, says they hope that the G20 countries will focus extensively on the current conflict between Ukraine and Russia. Sheba spoke to SABC News on a range of issues, including on the matter of 17 South Africans who were trapped in Donbas. It's believed that the group were dumped or were duped, that they will receive security training. SABC News reporter Kylie Kumalo has more on that detail.
Well, absolutely, a very long-standing issue, the conflict between Russia and Ukraine, and there's been concerted efforts from so many parts of the world in terms of ensuring that at some point Ukraine is free of any conflict. Joining us now is the ambassador of Ukraine here in South Africa, Alexandra Sheba. So once again, Ambassador, maybe just to clear the air, the reports that you have seen about the 17 South Africans who are trapped in Donbas, they've reached out to the South African government. So far, what do we know about this?
Well, I spent the whole morning calling people with Ukraine's armed forces and asking around whether there is any information about these people, and I can assure you that nobody on our side is aware of any big or small group of South Africans stuck in Donbas. And then after that, I saw today's headlines in Kenya, where 80 Kenyan citizens are in a very similar situation, fighting on Russia's side, and it's confirmed that they are stuck on Russia's side, and they have been offered these lucrative conditions to fight for them, and they want out now. So it seems like everything points to them fighting for Russia and being in a very hard predicament right now.
And obviously, Ambassador, I mean, when you look at South Africa's act, it's very clear that if you're a mercenary, when you come back in South Africa, there should be consequences. From the Ukrainian side, I mean, I would imagine that this has been a big issue, whether you're looking at these soldiers coming from North Korea, coming from so many parts of the world. I would imagine you're very clear in terms of your laws when it comes to such cases.
First of all, we are not pursuing or persuading any South Africans to put their lives at risk and go to the war zone. That's absolutely clear. Second of all, those who foreign citizens who fight on our side, I would be very reluctant to call them mercenaries, because we can't, all people who are fighting for money, they're fighting on Russia's side, because we cannot offer any financial conditions to anybody comparable to what Russia is offering. What we are offering is the right side of history. But again, we are not pursuing anybody in South Africa to fight for us or to move and to do anything for us to put their lives at risk.
In terms of your commitment, Ambassador, to the South African authorities, we've seen the statement coming out from the presidency really flagging this particular case. Are you assuring the nation that they will get your unwavering support in terms of making sure that you do reach these individuals?
If these individuals are fighting for the aggressor in this war, there is no way for us to reach them. They are fighting on the other side. That's the sad reality.
Now, Ambassador, let's delve into the conflict. You know, there's been so many commitments, whether from the Trump administration leading the efforts of trying to get a peace deal. So far, I mean, how far are we in terms of getting to that peace deal where we can see at some point President Zelensky meeting with President Putin?
Well, first of all, for Ukraine, it's a war for Ukraine's existence. It's a war, it's a freedom fight. For Russia, it's a war of conquest against a neighbor. And nevertheless, although I think the line between good and evil is very clear in this war, President Zelensky made this very, very difficult decision and offered to President Putin to stop fighting along the current front line. I think this is the moment of truth that shows that Ukraine truly wants peace, that Ukraine truly wants this fight and this war to end. And also it's a moment of truth for Russia, because Russia rejected our offer. Russia's position is give us more of Ukraine's land and then we will think about it. And this shows clear who is who and who wants what's in this war. President Zelensky's position is he is ready to meet with President Putin wherever, aside from probably Moscow and Moscow's ally Belarus. So we are ready to meet and discuss peace.
And Ambassador, I do remember that the issue of the security guarantees, it's been a very key issue. And also just in terms of the role that has been played by South Africa and many other countries that are peace-loving, I would imagine that you do appreciate those efforts from those countries, whether they talk about the 10 proposal in terms of the peace plan.
Absolutely. South Africa's position is highly appreciated. You stand for peace, you stand for territorial integrity. That has been stated so many times. South Africa is important. Sometimes you don't understand how important you are for the outside world, because South Africa's voice is extremely important for what we call, for better or worse, global South. I know not everybody is fond of that term, but your voice is extremely important, and it is important for Russia. So please, if you tell Russia, please stop fighting, please seek peace actively right now, that would mean so much.
Ambassador, before I let you go, world leaders will come down for G20 summits, and undoubtedly the issue of Ukraine will feature there. What are you hoping to see in terms of the tangible outcomes coming out?
Well, a very concrete thing. If this summit, if the peace-loving nations of the world turn to Russia and say these 3 or 4 simple words: please stop fighting, please seek peace. This is as simple as that right now. There has been enough blood shed in this war. Let's stop it right now. We want peace.
All right. Ambassador Sherba, thank you so much indeed for your time. Really talking about their expectations ahead of South Africa's G20, but really reflecting on other array of issues as well. Khayelihle Khumalo, SABC News, Johannesburg.